So my lifestyle that I've committed to now is moving my body, eating right, and just trying to be the healthiest version of myself. If I can't eat a piece of apple pie, right, or some French fries, or whatever your vice is, right, whatever your thing is, if you're like telling yourself you can't do it because you work out now, like you're missing a huge part of it.
That's Joey Hoey of the Fitness Coalition in Fairfield, California. Today I get to speak with Joey about his new facility, about how the Ninja Turtles helped him start his business, about his wife Lauren, who's building a culture of strong women at the center, and about the 3 most important things we need to remember before starting a fitness journey. Are you ready? Let's go.
Ready to get the city fit? SoFit City is a city challenge and festival to inspire fitness across the nation. Run this town with us or pledge to run yours on SoFit City Day. For more information, go to sofitcity.com/pledge. SoFit City, we run this town.
What does vibe mean to you? To us, a positive vibe means feeling good. And at Vibe Solano, it's about a vibrant, healthy Solano County. It's about overall wellness and vitality. It's about feeling well enough physically and emotionally to enjoy our lives to the fullest as active residents. Join the effort to improve the health and wellness of our community. Discover fun events, fitness activities, and healthy things to do. Find us online at vibesolano.com. Get involved for a vibrant, healthy Solano today.
Are you ready? You are now listening to the SolanoFit podcast, featuring fitness to change your life and inspiration to live your best. Here's your host, O. Johnson.
I am with Joey Hoey, the founder and owner of the Fitness Coalition in Fairfield, California. Joey, welcome to the show.
Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
So you just moved to a new location, but there's a lot I want to talk to you about, just given your facility, given your experience. Tell us a little bit about the coalition, what it's all about. Tell us about the mission and the vision.
Well, we look at ourselves as a school of fitness that optimizes human movement and performance. So that is our mission. That's what we stand behind. We wanted to be able to kind of like encompass everything under one roof, or be able to at least have a network of people that we can refer out. So for example, right, like our jam, the conversation that we have with people is fitness. We can get very deep with that as well, but we also have nutritionists under our roof. My wife has her own nutrition business as well. So that's another part of the fitness deal, is the nutrition stuff. We have in our network massage therapists. We have in our network chiropractors, stuff like physical therapists, those kind of things. And it's not necessarily all under our roof, but you can say it's kind of like under our umbrella. That would be the goal, is that if we can't facilitate it ourselves, we know someone that we trust, that we've dealt with personally, friends of ours that we can refer people to.
Like why not just be the gym? Why not be just the fitness guy? Why are you bringing together a network of people to support others in that way?
I guess you could just say fitness feels really deep. It's more than just, moving around and sweating. There's a lot of things that go into it. So for us, just being able to help as many people as possible is really the goal. I'm not an expert on everything. So I'm not going to be able to be that trainer that's like, hey, I know how to do this and I know how to do that. If I don't, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to say, hey, it's not my level of expertise, but I know a guy, or hey, I know a girl that can help you with that, just having a lot of people in your network. Yeah.
And I think you mentioned something that I want to tap into. You mentioned how fitness goes really deep. And so people are talking about a particular diet or a particular exercise or a particular mode. But is there something specific to fitness that you guys bring to the table in terms of how you approach fitness in all of its complexities?
Man, that's a rabbit hole you can go down to. I think some people get caught up in things too much, and it's just, whatever works for you, have fun with it. Be open-minded, like I've never done Zumba, but if I do it, I may end up falling in love with it. You know what I'm saying? But I've just never done it, but I'm not opposed to it. You know what I mean? Like I can go down to the Zumba class and shake my thing and do it, but it's just, I just be open to experience things and not be so closed-minded, because not every way is the right way, or the right way for you may not be the right way for the other guy. You're humble, man. With all the things that are going on in fitness, there's a lot of ego in fitness. And so, the fact that you're bringing people in, the fact that you're talking about what you know and not talking about what you don't know is just kind of refreshing.
I mean, there are so many trainers who lead with their chest or lead with their bicep. I went by Joey's spot and I had a lot of fun, man. And just a diverse crowd and people in there throwing around heavy weight.
It was a good time having you, man. That one was fun.
Describe the type of person that's best suited or most successful at the coalition.
Really, we get asked this a lot, like what, our perfect client is. For us, it's, we want people that come to us wanting to learn. You're going to school, you're going to a classroom, right? So our job as coaches is to teach, and our job is to educate. I don't care if you're 10 years old, if you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We literally have people that fit that age demographic at our gym from 10 all the way up till in their 60s. It's really like, if you're coming, you're ready to work hard, you're not going to make excuses, you're going to put the work in, and you're open to learn new things and put yourself out there, come on by.
I hear this a lot. And for folks who have created their own business or have created their own gym or anything, sometimes we create the thing, we create the product, we create the service in our own image. And just what's so interesting is listening to you and just watching you. You're totally laid back, just chilling. The mantra is happy and fun and be open-minded. And that's what comes across, man.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that people who have that same kind of relaxed nature or are seeking that kind of relaxed nature will find a trainer like you at the coalition, because you're not all into yourself and you're not all into a particular thing.
We have a vibe, and, people are attracted to that vibe and they're digging the thing that we're doing. And if you want to ride, like we're here for you, so.
The one thing I noticed at the club was a lot of strong women.
Oh yeah.
Just a lot of strong women, unashamedly throwing around weight, getting it done.
Yeah, that is because of my wife. I cannot take credit for that. That is my wife's fault.
Fault in a good way.
Yeah, 100%. My wife is one of the strongest women I personally know, right? Physically, mentally. And she created a culture of strength for women at our gym. And it's awesome. It's really awesome to see. And, she has built this subculture of women empowerment. And it's a really cool thing to see, and it's rare. It's becoming bigger now, just in general in fitness. You see these women that are really embracing strength, but the people that haven't had a chance to experience that, it's one of those feelings that you don't know what it's like, obviously, until you've experienced it for yourself. But when you are starting to lift things or do things that you haven't been able to do because of the work that you've been putting in, it's one of those empowering feelings, right? And it's that, wow, I really didn't think I could ever lift that. Or, hey, I picked up a case of water bottles and I walked it up the stairs at work today, and I've been able to do that before. And it's like, well, that's because you've been coming to the gym, putting in work, and you're doing your thing, and look at what's happening, right? I mean, that's just small to some people, like, oh, wow, you picked up water bottles and you walked it up the stairs. But for someone that's had a problem doing that in their real life, and now they can do it, you go, girl. You know what I mean? Like, more power to you. Like, that's awesome. And that's a big thing of what we want to do, is that, like, training is just one avenue or one vehicle that you kind of do to translate over to real life.
Yeah, I think that's something that I saw, just a lot of strong women, a lot of strong dudes, people working there together. And so you've really, I think, succeeded in creating a community. So kudos to you and the wife. So tell me this, though, is that a separate thing? In other words, do they have their own classes, or do they have their own particular program, or is it kind of under the larger umbrella of the Fitness Coalition in general?
Both. We focus very heavily on strength training at our gym. The women actually do have their own specific strength class. Friday nights, 6 p.m. It's open to anyone that wants to come by. And it's coached by my wife, and they focus on strength training. It's really cool. So it started with 3 or 4 girls that were just already training at the gym. And then it's organically grown to the point where, there's been 10, 15 ladies, and you don't even have to be a member to come to the class. You just get thrown into the mix. No judgments. There's no egos. No one's looking at you like, oh my God, I can't believe she's lifting that little bit of weight. Like, strength's relative. If I've been in the game for 10 years and you've been in the game for 10 minutes, like, I should be able to lift more than you. But relatively speaking, my strength and your strength, heavy's heavy. If it's 10 pounds for you and it's 100 pounds for me, like, who cares? right? Like you can get up to 100 pounds eventually.
Yeah. Fitness is your own journey.
Work, right? So
Yeah.
it's been a really cool thing to watch the women grow at our gym. We've had a handful of women compete in powerlifting meets.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We've had a handful of women compete in strongman. I mean, my wife has qualified for Worlds, which is like a really high level powerlifting meet. She won it. And, so she has like an international elite total. And
that's
no one
sick.
can take that from her. You know what I mean?
Sick,
like she
man.
earned it.
Right.
It's there, like there's nothing, no one can take that, which is really cool. So I love it. To sum it up, I absolutely love it. It's really cool.
One other question. So then with the nutrition, is that a separate part of the program as well? Is that something that they would potentially see the wife for separately outside of the Fitness Coalition?
Yes, that's a separate service in itself. A lot of people fail to really have a grasp on the nutrition stuff because there's so much BS out there about nutrition, and there's so many Instagram and Facebook, nutritionists and personal trainers out there. They're like, pay me $40 and I'll give you my booty burner boot camp. That is literally a cookie cutter plan. So, we wanted to battle that bullcrap essentially. It's something Lauren's extremely passionate about. And it's awesome to see the impact that she's been making in people's lives. Like fitness is the easy part. Like coming into the gym and moving around and working out, like that's easy. Relatively speaking, that's the easiest part to do. But, nutrition's a really hard part to get. Lauren works with people and she makes it happen.
It is interesting that a lot of the focus in fitness is on the parts, right? And so it's the butt, it's the abs. It's every now and then the adage is about how, abs are made in the kitchen and whatnot. But you're absolutely right. Like the fitness comparatively is easier. And so often I think it's because people have an easier time adding something than they do subtracting it, right? And if you get back into the kitchen and you think about, what you shouldn't eat or what you shouldn't buy, people honestly need help with that, I think.
Some people will come and they'll be like, I want to lose weight. Simple. That's,
sure.
Like majority of people come to a gym for the most part. It's either like, I want to gain muscle or I want to lose weight. It's very rare that you have people come in, they're like, I just want to feel good about myself and live a healthy lifestyle. The majority of it is, I want to lose weight. Like, all right, cool, man. Well, this is what we do. It's what we're about. It's what you can expect when you train here. And it kind of takes off. It'll evolve into a sense of like, the weight isn't really an issue anymore. Now they want to get stronger and they want to lift heavier, or now they want to run a faster mile time, or now they want to be able to do a pull-up, or now they want to be able to do, a million push-ups at once. And it's like, cool. That's the kind of stuff that you should be focusing on, because obviously the results don't lie. The scale has been one of those things that has been haunting people forever. Everyone justifies their results on the scale number.
Right.
So if I weigh 200 pounds and I lose 5 pounds of fat and I gain 5 pounds of muscle, what is the scale going to say? It's going to literally say the same exact thing. It's going to say 200 pounds, right? Now, if I lose 5 pounds of fat and I gain 5 pounds of muscle, my body composition is going to look completely different, right? My clothes are going to fit different. I'm sure my friends will notice and they'll comment, but the scale is going to say 200 pounds. So in some people's minds, oh my God, the scale hasn't moved. I've worked so hard. Oh my God, what's wrong? But in that time it took them to lose 5 pounds, and in the time it took them to lose 5 pounds of fat and gain 5 pounds of muscle, let's just say they put 20 pounds on their back squat, and they put 20 pounds on their bench press, and they put 20 pounds on their deadlift, and they ran a mile time 20 seconds faster. They've done, 20 more push-ups in a workout that they didn't do before. I mean, there's so many different ways to track your progress that the weight doesn't matter. It's cool, if like that is a goal of yours to like look at the scale and be like, okay, cool, I've lost 10 pounds. But if you use those performance markers as a justification of your progress and you happen to lose weight at the same time, that's just like a cool thing that's going to happen if you're being mindful of all the different areas of fitness with your training, your nutrition, your lifestyle, like we said, we can go on and on. So
would you say that's the general curve of many of the participants and the attendees over at the gym, that for the most part, they come in with one idea of what they want to achieve, and then as their confidence grows, the goal shifts into more performance measures?
Yeah, I would say so for us anyway, right? That's really what we push, is we push more of a performance-based model as opposed to come to our gym and lose 21 pounds in 21 days and it's going to be the best thing you've ever done in your life. And we don't vibe with those. One, that's not a realistic goal. Two, it's, not healthy to lose that much weight in that short amount of time. And it's just, for us, it's like, that's not what it's all about. Fitness isn't a punishment for eating some food or for putting on a little bit of weight. And you're
right.
like, well, I got to use fitness to lose this weight and I hate working out. So man, here we go. And you dread it. It shouldn't be a punishment. There's people out there that probably wish they could do some of the things that these people have the ability to do that dread it. It's just, be thankful that you can even go and work out. Move, come in, have fun, do your thing, live a healthier life.
That's a really neat idea, just that whole thing. I mean, do you run into that a lot? And what I mean by that is that people treating fitness like it's punishment, or they use it to beat themselves into submission.
Totally. Have you ever seen those, those posts or memes or whatever on social media where it's like, especially around the holiday time, Thanksgiving or whatever. And it's, all right, if you have like a plate of mashed potatoes, you got to do like 1,294 burpees to turn it off. And you have a piece of pumpkin pie, like
3,000 push-ups.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And food doesn't work that way, right? No. You're not going to be able to selectively target that piece of apple pie that you ate on Thanksgiving. It doesn't work that way. Like, all right, well, this meme said I got to do 12,000 push-ups. Here we go. That apple pie is gone. That's where the psyche thing comes into play that we were talking about earlier. Is like, and Thanksgiving comes around, and if your grandma makes that famous apple pie with vanilla bean ice cream and, all that good fun stuff that you look forward to every year.
Right.
Don't be
live a little.
Yeah. YOLO, right? Like, just eat it. You live once. You're going to stress about eating a piece of apple pie that your grandma makes every single year for Thanksgiving that everyone in the family looks forward to. But now all of a sudden you're into fitness and you can't eat it because you don't want to, stray from your goal.
Mess it up or something.
I mean, I guess that's bad to put it, because if there's certain goals, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, right? Sure. It is what it is. But instead of having a big, huge piece, have a little sliver. Enjoy it, and then get right back on the wagon the next day. It's not that big of a deal, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. So my lifestyle that I've committed to now is moving my body, eating right, and just trying to be the healthiest version of myself.
So live a little, viva la coalition.
There it is, viva la coalition.
That's awesome. So let me ask you this. Talk to me quickly about that new person. Say it's a female, that new female who hasn't, and you mentioned this a little bit earlier. You talked about how the Fitness Coalition is a really a welcoming place to beginners and to women who are intimidated potentially by the gym atmosphere. Kind of describe what that new person experiences when they come to the coalition for the first time.
So we meet you where you are in your fitness level. So we have a initial introduction session. You come and meet with one of our trainers, and we have a little interview, right? Like we call it the first date, interview, first date workout type of deal, right? We want to get to know you. You're not just another number. You're not like another seat, right? It's just like, okay, well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what got you come into the door? Like, what is it that you want to accomplish here? We have a specific kind of general questions to kind of guide the conversation, but then, we just let the conversation go. So it's, basically we just want to really understand why you came to the gym.
Sure.
What it is that you're trying to get out of training with us. And then we let you know, what you can expect from training here. We give you a little bit of a general idea of kind of what it is that we do. But like I said, we meet you where you are. So if you're a rock star coming in already and you're just banging this workout out, like, high fives, right? If you've never worked out in your life and you're coming in and you're like, man, this is super intimidating. Like, I'm really not even sure why I came here. Well, your intensity level is probably going to be pretty low. We're not expecting you to hit a home run right out of the gate. So whatever your level of intensity is, we're going to meet you there. Even if your level of intensity is literally no intensity. You know what I mean? Like it's
right. Even if you're at like level 0.
Yeah. Right. Like even if there's no intensity at all, like wherever you are, like we're going to meet you there. And we make it very easy for people to feel a part of the team because for us, it's like, you're not just a person in there, like you're in the community, you're part of the tribe. Everyone has been in your shoes. Literally everyone that's training here now is in your shoes, right? Everyone's had their first day.
There are so many fitness phobias. There are so many fitness myths out there that you really are working not just on someone's body, but on their brain and on their mind to have a new kind of appreciation for their body and to have a new appreciation for what it takes to get to the level they're trying to seek.
100%, man. We're always students of the game.
All right. So, Joe, we've talked a lot about that new client who comes to the Fitness Coalition, and you get all types. You get the men, you get the women, you get different ages, and they all come in with different goals. Tell me the 3 things that a new client should consider before starting their own fitness journey.
Be realistic with your goals. Be open-minded to experimenting or trying new things, and go into it wanting to have fun. Those would be the 3 things
that is a trifecta, man, because if you can be realistic, be open-minded, and have fun, then it really does help to kind of contour your fitness journey and not kind of overload it with 1, pity, or 2, just a lot of shame and or just self-loathing.
Yeah, you want it to be a lifestyle, right? You don't want it to be like a quick destination. Fitness isn't a 6-week or 8-week deal. Like it's something that you should just make part of your daily regimen, right? Like
right.
We preach making it a lifestyle. Right?
Yeah. So once you start it, you got to live with it. And so it might as well be fun.
Yeah. Right. You don't want to do things that's not fun.
Where did Joey come from in his own fitness journey?
I wanted to be a ninja. Literally, I'm still into Ninja Turtles to the old school, right? Like that was my jam. And I wanted to be a ninja, right? So my dad put me into martial arts.
Wait a second. Which Ninja Turtle though? Which one? Which of the 4? I
started really liking Michelangelo, right? But as I've gotten older, I respect Raphael a little. Like I respect Raph. He's probably my favorite now. Those were like my jams, right? Those were like what I watched when I was a kid.
That's straight throwback.
Like that was it, right? So I grew up doing that stuff, and when I was like 18, 19, I was like, man, I'm trying to get buff. So I was like, I got to go to the gym. Just started lifting from there. And then, I was at that point, I was like 21, 22. And that was kind of like the idea of, maybe I can make this thing a career.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine, buddy Evan, it's like my best friend. He sent me a text message one day. I was like, hey man, I just signed up for this certification. You should check it out. I was like, well, and this was at the time that like when these certifications were posted online, they were sold out in a blink of an eye. So it was really hard to get them. Nowadays they're a dime a dozen, but like back then it was like super hard to get these things. Everyone was trying to get them. So I was just about to go on my lunch break and I was like, all right, man, I'm going to go to try to sign up for it. And if it works, like if I'm able to do it, I'm just going to like leave my job. It's probably not the most professional way to leave a job, but I went onto the website, I signed up, and I put my keys in my ignition, and I left, and I never went back. I don't advise anyone to do that, right? I'll put it in your 2 weeks, but for me, I was at that point where I was like, dude, I'm all in.
Sometimes you had enough, man. That 2 weeks is too long.
So like, I drove away. That was it. Like that night, like I went and I ordered a bunch of equipment from Rogue. I convinced my buddy to work out of half of a 2-car garage, set up the equipment in the garage, and that's kind of where everything started.
Talk about an evolution, man. That's bold, bro. Quitting the job like that is something Raphael totally would have done.
Right. So now that see, there you go. Right. Now I can relate to Raphael. So that's kind of where we're at.
The laid back charm of Michelangelo.
And now I'm the Leonardo of
well, hey, now you're the Leonardo and the Donatello because now you're the professor.
Now it's
full circle,
dude.
Full circle, man.
I have lived out my dream of being every single Ninja Turtle over the course of my existence so far. So
awesome.
That works out well.
Very cool. Very cool. I have a little fun little thing that we're going to try. Your 7 favorite things. We have this theme of 7. There are 7 cities in Solano County. And so we're going to do it in a time of 10 seconds. We're going to see if we can get all 7 of these things in 10 seconds. So are you ready to do this?
I'm ready to rock, man. Let's do it.
All right. So we're going to start that. We're going to start the buzzer, and we're going to do 10 seconds. Rapid fire. Go. Favorite movie?
Boondock Saints.
Favorite exercise?
Deadlifts.
Favorite day of the week?
Monday.
Favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Favorite guilty pleasure?
Brownies and ice cream.
Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite book?
Oh man, there's so many.
Tick.
Favorite book. You know what? Calvin and Hobbes. All of the Calvin and Hobbes. Yes, I loved those as a kid.
Calvin Hobbes. Absolutely. That's a good one.
Calvin and Hobbes book. Yes.
Great answers, man. You've completed all 7. I don't even know if the time expired.
Who cares?
Who cares? Laid back, man. Have fun with it. Joey, you're an awesome interview, brother. I'm excited about what you got going on at the Fitness Coalition. Tell everyone where to find you on Instagram, Facebook, and again.
So on Facebook and Instagram, it's the Fitness Coalition.
And he's just expanded into his new facility over on Central Way. Check him out at thefitnesscoalition.com. You're really active on Instagram. You're really active on sharing progress that folks are experiencing over there. If you're a strong dude, strong woman, or you want to be, you got to check out the Fitness Coalition. He's the man. Thank you so much for being with us, Joey. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man.
You have just listened to Inspiration to Live Your Best. Now be sure to pass it on by sharing, commenting, and subscribing at SolanoFit.com. Here's what's next.
And you don't have to be a professional athlete or an entertainer to get into a slump. You can be in a slump, just in a life's slump, because of, like you said, consistent lack of movement, lack of focus in your just moving this body and doing the things that's going to promote health and